Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So today's video, I have a bit of a book haul. So obviously Book Outlet had their $5.99 book sale, and I went a little crazy because I mean they were super cheap and had a lot of books that I have been meaning to get. So I have a Book Outlet haul for you guys, and of course all the animals decide this is the time that they want to be around me. So you'll see Nora and Scout in the video. I have one on each side of me right now. So I did come prepared, my Swiss Army knife for my keys, to get these boxes open. And I have two boxes, so I'm gonna try to open the first one. Okay, clearly I don't know how to open a box. Okay, there we go. Still struggling. Oh, that's maybe because I'm doing it the opposite freaking direction. This is why we don't let me have sharp objects, because I was trying to open it and I had the sharp side on my finger. So that's why it wasn't working. Okay, now we have the sharp side doing what it needs to. Not bleeding, which is great, but was wondering why it was hurting, and that was because I literally apparently don't know how to use a Swiss Army knife. Or a knife in general, apparently, but all is well, and we're getting this open. Honestly, at this rate, I could have my own comedy show with how many mistakes I make. And they're like the dumbest mistakes, but here we go. Or how do you open these boxes? Okay, I will be right back. So I finally got that box open, and it just had 3 of the books in there. Go ahead and show you. First one is Stealing Home by Grace Riley. And I will say there is a little bit of kind of just scuffing on the edge, which is completely fine. That's to be expected with Book Outlet, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. And I have the other books in this series, and I was just needing this one, so quickly grabbed that during their sale. And then we have Savor and Intoxicated by Monica Murphy. These are her little duo ones, and it's in pretty good shape, I will say. Of course, they have the black, like, no resale mark, which is fine with me, but it's her shorter little ones. And I think these have 2 different stories in each of them. And then the last one that came in this box, and I can tell it came from Target because it does have the sticker on it, is Bad Mormon by Heather Gay. And I want to say she's on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake. I think that's where she's from, but this has definitely been a book I've been wanting to read, so definitely made sure to pick it up during their sale that they had going on during Black Friday. So I went ahead and opened the second box. Says nobody needs to see me go through what happened with the first box ever again, which I ended up getting a Band-Aid because I hurt myself trying to open a box. But so we have more books in here, and first one that I see at the top is Cheryl, Join Your Cult. This is by Maria Banford. A memoir of mental illness and the quest to belong anywhere. And I've seen this multiple times whenever I've gone to Barnes & Noble, and I've been waiting to find it kind of cheaper before I picked it up, and this was definitely the opportunity to do so. So I definitely made sure to pick that one up. Then this one I'm super excited about. I will say the annoying thing is there is some like dirtiness right here on the book, which I can probably just get like a wipe it off, so that's perfectly fine with me. And this is Have I Told You This Already? Stories I Don't Want to Forget to Remember. And this is by Lauren Graham. And if you don't know who Lauren Graham is, she plays the mom on Gilmore Girls, so definitely a huge fan of this. Definitely gonna see what I can do to see if I can clean up the outside of the book, but other than that, pretty good shape. Then I have another like nonfiction book, and that is While Idaho Slept, The Hunt for Answers and the Murders of 4 College Students by J. Reuben Appelman, the author of The Kill Jar. And this is basically him going over what happened with the college students in the University of Idaho, I believe, where the guy came in and murdered the students. And I've been really wanting to read this because I feel like it's such a perplexing crime, and it was just a huge thing that happened. So I definitely wanted to pick this one up. Next we have, I'm not sure if I would call this nonfiction or not, but it's Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. Okay, this is a memoir, and I remember when this was like super popular, and I just never got it during that time. And I definitely love a good memoir. So definitely wanted to pick this one up, especially with how much people talk about it and how much they love it. This was definitely on my list of books to get. And then next in the list, we have Canadian Boyfriend by Jenny Holiday. And this is a hockey romance book. And I want to say it's kind of in the situation of fake dating. So two things right there that I obviously love. Also, the cover is super cute. It's like the pink and the blue. And I love the little like drawing characters that we have on these types of covers. So this one, I have almost picked this one up so many times whenever I went into Barnes & Noble and just never did. And then I saw it, $5.99, put it into my cart and made sure I got it this time. And then this one is, oh my gosh. I did not know it was gonna be this thick. I got When the Moon Hatched, and this is by Sarah A. Parker. I've seen this in stores, but never really picked it up, so I didn't realize it was this thick. Like, let's see how many pages this is. Okay, this is like 700 pages, and it is a fantasy book. This is another one that I've heard people rave about. So definitely made sure to pick this one up. Definitely very interested to see how it goes. So then I have Finally Mine by Lucy Score. And this is the third one in a series of hers, and I needed to finish it because I'm so weird. I like to have all of the series before I read it. And I love Lucy Score. And this is also a National Guard kind of like thing. So I like the little military aspect in there. And I just love Lucy Score. So definitely had to grab another one of her books. And then I have another memoir. And this is one I've been wanting to read this for years. Just because, I don't know, I love watching all her interviews. And that is Down the Rabbit Hole by Holly Madison, Curious Adventures and Cautionary Tales of a Former Playboy Bunny. And this one, for so many years I've been wanting this book, and now I finally have it, and I'm really interested to see what she says in here. And I don't know, I just feel like Holly Madison has an interesting take because she was one of the main girlfriends. So I'm very interested to see all she has to say. And then I see on top, I didn't order this, but it's in here. And that is Lose You to Find Me by B. Celeste. I believe I've already read this one anyway, but random book that I got. So that's there. It's kind of random. Didn't order it, but okay. And then we have Lovely Corruption by Katie Roberts. And this, I'm trying to figure out what series it's in. It's like in her like Mafia series. And they can be read as standalones, but they kind of interconnect, which I feel like all her series pretty much do that, but definitely has this one. And it was previously published as Undercover Attraction. So I have that one there as well. And then this is another one where I wanted to make sure that I had all of the books before I started the series. And that is A Vicious Game by Melissa Blair. And this is the final one in the Halfling saga. And I don't know what's up with Book Outlet, but they gave me 2 copies of these. And yeah, so I have 2 copies. Why? I don't know, but I have 2 copies of these. Definitely gonna get started on reading the series, but yeah, I have 2 copies. And then we're getting closer to the end, but I have These Infinite Threads by Tahira Mafi. I have the first book. I love her Shatter Me series, so I'm very interested to see like if this one is just as good. And also the cover is so pretty. I love all of her covers of her books. I think the artwork is just gorgeous. So that's another one I'm very excited to read. Then if you saw like my last kind of larger haul video, I got the Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. And I went ahead and picked up the sequel, which is the Hemlock Queen. I will say, I don't know why they do the paper like this, but it drives me literally nuts. But you know what? Oh well. This is another one where I'm trying to get all of them before I read it. So I'm definitely gonna put this on my TBR, which my TBR is insanity right now. Then the last book I have to show you guys is Foxglove, and this is the sequel to Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is another one I want full series before I read it because I like to marathon read these. I I like to just sit there and go through them all at one go. So those are all of the books that I got from Book Outlet during their Black Friday sale. Super excited to read all of them and super excited to tell you all about them. Because I know I have like barely read it all. I've been in one of the worst reading slumps this year, and I think I maybe read 30 books this year, which is, for me, is such a low number. But I'm definitely hoping to pick it up this year and read as much as possible. I mean, I'm obviously done with school, so I don't have to worry about that. So definitely gonna pick up the pace within the next year. And I can already tell the books I've been reading have really been getting me out of my slump, which is so great. So definitely stay tuned for more bookish content. And until next time, see you guys.